Let's go back to meeting Iman because you were, we obviously saw you get an Iman's mastermind. How does that feel? Seeing him from 16 and then going into his mentorship how is
and
it?
even him seeing you.
Yeah,
I think I always was watching what he was doing, right? Like, what's he up to? And I think it was really interesting how he just blew up on YouTube. I think it was like within 1 year, he just blew up. Like, I think he added 2.5 million subs.
I was literally when he
started.
I was in the team.
Really?
He was one of the editors.
Yeah.
Right, true.
Yeah.
So that's insane, like what was going on there.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, like, as I was watching on the sidelines, like, this is interesting. So then I just hit him up and I was like, yo, can you help with the YouTube thing? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool, like how much? And then he was like, this is it. And then I jumped in, yeah. It was very
But you had
simple.
a very big team back then, didn't you?
Well, not when I joined with Iman.
Okay, but you did have a big team.
Oh my God, it was,
Take us to that
terrible.
journey. Take us to that.
Okay.
Because we may be going through something similar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that like smaller team and then expand and then smaller team.
Yeah.
Like
we in the process of building a big team
and like what would you say
Yeah.
regarding that?
Okay,
And just
so
obviously yours.
yeah, in 2020, I had 47 employees and we had so much going on because there was like constant sales calls, right? Constant setting, so many clients to deal with.
How many closes do you have?
I had a sales team of 12.
Goodness.
Sure.
Yeah, so you have to think though, in 2020, like loads of people were moving online. So it was like a very interesting time for me because I was already online for years. That's what I already knew, right? And so it's kind of like with AI now, like we've been all over AI for like 3 years already at this point. And so now we're basically kind of copying the model that we did in 2020.
You are ahead of the curve.
Massively ahead of the curve, yeah. And so, so I had like, I don't know, it was kind of like bureaucratic organization it ended up becoming like. It was so corporate. I really hated it because I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do as a founder anymore. And like everything was just slow. It took so long to get done and we didn't really like need it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, sure, at one moment, like we had all these sales calls and all this stuff, but then it's because I wasn't making time to think about how to automate and optimize things because I was so busy. And maybe more than busy, I was just like energetically exhausted. Like I was exhausted all the time. I'd wake up on Slack and have 99 plus every day.
Goodness.
And I didn't have
your cortisol's breaking up.
I didn't have clients on Slack. That was all from my team.
Wait, what was your offer back then?
Scale your online coaching business.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. I've been doing this for quite a while now. And so I then just pretty much had to ask myself, like, do I even want to keep running this business? Okay, because I hated it. It was so tiring. It was exhausting, but I loved helping the clients and I loved making the content. And so like the only way I could actually get out of this mess is to like basically just go cold on like answering all these quick questions from my team all the time. And then I put like basically a general manager in place who they would go to first, who would then route things to me. And then I would go through and answer all those things once a day. And that gave me the headspace to actually look at things from a outside perspective. And so then I realized like, okay, we have, I think on my coaching team back then, we're like 14 or something. It was always like, there were some people who were like a little bit part-time and some people who were doing like community calls, something like that. So I'd be like, okay, on this team, what are they actually doing? Because I trust people, by the way, but I didn't verify. And then I learned you must trust, but also verify. Because I went in and I looked, and like for example, 3 of these guys who are on 6-figure salaries USD, by the way, they were just doing absolutely jack diddly, right? In England, that means just almost nothing. just in case. And sure, they were coming in and maybe if a client like had a question, right, they'd jump on a call with them. And then I watched some of the call recordings. And like this call could have been 2 minutes and it was like an hour. And so it was just a complete waste of time. And it honestly, like I felt this feeling in my stomach of like, what have I done?
And also like frustration as well. I would feel mega frustration. Like paying them.
It's that trust, right? Like it's like you would think it would be reciprocated. I think it's the right word, right?
Yeah, but I didn't feel like that because I knew it was my fault.
Okay.
Because as a business owner, if your employees mess up, it's your fault. You have to take ownership because you didn't train them and make it clear as to what the outcomes need to be. And so I had given them way too much freedom and I'd let them just do whatever they wanted to do. And because of that, I realized like it's just costing me hundreds of thousands of dollars a year because of me. Like, it's my fault.
And you also think it's like you think they think like you. Like you,
Yes.
like you work all the time. So like they'll also work all the time and like do the best they can because you're so diligent and you put in all this effort. You would think they would do it as well.
But most people aren't like that, right?
Yeah.
And so that was basically when I made a decision. Okay, I have to restructure this whole company. And it didn't happen just like that, right? Like you don't go from 47 employees to 4 employees like in a day. No, like it was over 3 years.
I know
but
someone
surely.
where it happened in a day.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but also, it just depends, right? Because also, like, if I'd have done that, like, there would have been real problems because, like, we had a lot of clients at that time and even still now, right? And so we had to slowly but surely, like, build the systems, put it in place so that then, like, now, for example, like, my team, their output is insane. Why? They're AI equipped.
That's probably so cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll be your team at the moment.
For just
Oh wow.
And can you like say like one closer or what's like the structure?
No, so I don't actually believe personally anymore, like in this kind of old school model of like you need a setter and you need a closer. No, because with AI, right, like it's just unnecessary. Because if you actually think about it, right, let's just say you want to make, I don't know, 150,000 rand a month.
Mm-hmm.
Or like 1.5 million rand a month. Let's say the goal is 1.5 million rand a month, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's too hard for me. I need to do it in dollars, sorry.
That's fine.
Okay. I don't do this public math, okay? It's just gonna be embarrassing. I'm just a girl. Okay, so it's like, let's say you want to make 100K US, right?
Yeah.
And like, let's say your offer is like 2K, okay? And then you need 50 sales in a month,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So in a week, it's like what, 12, 13 sales, okay? Then you times that by like 3, it's like 26 sales calls, okay? Yeah, maybe that's like a full-time closer. Me, I'm not dealing in the 2K price point, right? Like I'm dealing in like $10,000 and more. And so like for me, I just don't need a closer.
And one thing, do you always do like pay in fulls? Because like then
Most of
you can do like, you know, autistic math and be like, pay in full 60% and then other payment plans and
Yeah, no,
or do you
I'd
just
say
do
it's like,
roughly math.
Most of our clients do pay in full just because our payment plans aren't good, and we do that on purpose because then they pay.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But
It's
again,
definitely better.
I'm not dealing with like beginners. Like right now in this business, like I'm dealing with people that most of the time are already making 6 figures USD per year already at least. Some of them are already on 7. Some are even at 8 figures. That's a very small group of them. But I just share that because they have the money. Like we never have this objection, I don't have the money. That's just not the objection that we get. Our objection is more about like, as the business owner, do I have time for this? Is this the right strategy for me? Right? It's more
wow.
like, it's just a different objection, right? And it has the same amount of negative consequence, okay? It's just a different one. So anyways, like back to my point, no, for me, so how the team looks, right? I have one person full-time tech, all things tech, automations. So anytime we notice something like inefficient, then we're gonna fix it with tech. Always, like we'll always think about a tech solution before who do we need to hire.
Okay,
If
that's really
then
cool.
we can't solve it, then essentially like I have an operations manager who takes care of the hiring. So operations manager is also making sure that like all the clients are dealt with, which are update on payments. Anytime that we need to, like as I mentioned, like strategically go and look for a great partnership or a hire, something like that. And then from there, like there's me, right? Which I guess I'm like number 5, but I'm doing, content, stuff like this. Coaching clients. I'm kind of just doing like random stuff to connect dots. Honestly, like I don't necessarily have like a role.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at everything and deciding like what offers do we want to make next. And then I have one girl who's basically on content. She's making all the content, posting all the content. She also does coaching. So she's full-time coaching all the clients. And then we have Seta.
Okay.
Yeah, Seta, who also does the closing.
Okay, so it's
DM
like
closing.
DM and sometimes sales calls, but we also run events. And so we close a lot of a big influx on the
I
event.
remember now, yeah.
And then in the meantime, like if we need to do closing, then she'll just jump on calls with them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like for example, she closed 2 last week and like she's barely done any closing like that outside of the event time. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool that she was doing that now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. Like, how do you think? Like, do you think it will be in the? I think Naval said this tweet where he said that in the person he hopes there's going to be 8 billion companies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, when he said that, I'm like, okay, who's going to pay who? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening here? But like, how do you see that kind of emerging? Obviously, you are way more into the AI and like doing more
Yeah.
research on that. Like, how do you see AI emerging? What will you even be necessary? Like, is there going to be like a YouTube Lauren? You know?
Oh, well, it's crazy, like what you can already do with AI.
Oh,
Am I
AI,
even real?
It's all AI.
No, so I think that it's, I don't know, like AI, I think it's kind of like if you think about the internet and how people adopted the internet, right? There's a lot of people who jumped on it to make money online, but then a lot of people, they just use it to buy stuff and consume.
Yeah.
So I think it's,
Very similar, it's like
I don't know, I don't believe that people are motivated enough to like make their own businesses.
Okay.
I just don't believe it.
yeah. It's like
So the few that are succeeding right now will just succeed more.
I
I think
so.
the gap is just widening more and more.
Because if you think about it, right, like the output that my team can get done
Yeah.
is more than when we
Yeah.
had 47 people.
Yeah.
Because
Like
our
10
revenue,
x more, basically.
that's correct, yeah. Well, actually, yeah. And like for me personally, I mean, I literally just took 2 complete months off.
Yeah.
I did a couple of client coaching calls, like group coaching,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing changed.
Yeah.
Because they're still running things just with the AI. And then if I really need to get something, right, then they can just ping me. But I have a process where like, if they bring me a problem, they bring me 2 solutions. So instead of being like, how do I do this?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here's my problem. I can't figure out what to respond to this client because they're stuck with this specific thing. The first thing that I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell them to go click this link in the portal and then watch that training video and then do this action item. That's my first option. The reason why I think that's good is because whatever the reason they think it is, and then they do a second version of that as well. So then I can see what are the 2 solutions they bring me and why do they think they should do those things, and I can correct their thinking.